Good evening. The ceremony will begin shortly. Please begin making your way to your seats. Before we begin, I want to remind you that this is a very special day for all the graduates and their families. So we want to make sure we honor this day appropriately. Please silence your phones and refrain from talking or using any noise-making devices during the ceremony. I appreciate your courtesy and respect for this once-in-a-lifetime occasion for our graduates. Additionally, please note that the content of any views expressed during the ceremony by student speakers is solely and entirely a private expression of the individual and does not reflect the endorsements, sponsorships, positions, or expression of the district. Finally, I'll ask that you please stand as our graduates enter and remain standing until the conclusion of the invocation. Please remain standing for the posting of the colors by the Bryan High School AFJ ROTC. Please remove your caps and remain standing for the national anthem by Jacob and Josh Lister, the Pledge of Allegiance by Tracy Wiley and David Spikes, and the Invocation by Liliana Martinez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now turn to the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
My name is Liliana Guerrero. Good evening. I ask you to join me in prayer. Please bow your heads. Our Father God, how wonderful are the works of your hands. As we gather today to celebrate and step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. For this school, which has given us a safe place to learn and strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world. For our teachers who have so richly loved and cared for us, even at our worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road. And on this day especially, we thank you for the friends and that we have found among our classmates. Amen.
Men, you may replace your caps and please be seated. I want to thank you, Zantrasia, Damien, Jacob, and Josh, and Lillian. You did a fantastic job. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Bryan Independent School District Administration, faculty, and staff, and on behalf of the students and soon-to-be graduates, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the class of 2019 graduation ceremony for the Mary Catherine Harris School. I would like to take a moment to introduce you to the members of the Bryan Independent School Board. President Mark McCall, Vice President Dr. Julie Harlan, Secretary Felicia Benford Boxley, Member David Stasny, Member Dr. Douglas Wanneberger. I'd also like to welcome to the stage Dr. Christy Whitbeck, Superintendent of Bryan ISD. Ginger Carabine, Chief Staff of Bryan ISD. Dr. Barbara Ubari, Associate Superintendent of Teaching and Learning. Kevin Besaw, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services. Crystal Goodman, Executive Director of School Leadership. Dr. Brian Merrill, Executive Director of School Leadership. Additionally, I would like to take a moment to recognize the amazing staff at MC Harris who has worked so diligently with these students to help accomplish these goals. Assistant Principal Mike Bridges, Assistant Principal Amanda Godfrey, Assistant Principal Darren Nobles, Academic Advisor Kayla Lindsay, Academic Advisor Lisa Musney, Student Support Service Amy Foster Hamilton, Administrative Assistant Melanie Espedia. And at this time, I would like the rest of the MC Harris staff to please be stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. Tonight is a night of celebration as we highlight a total of 35 MC Harris graduates. I am pleased to report to you that 23 students have been accepted or plan to attend a university, junior college, or trade school. Students, if you are attending one of these, would you please be standing and be recognized at this time? Thank you. We also have 2 students enlisted in the United States military. One will be joining the Navy, and the other will be joining the Marines. Would you please stand and be recognized at this time? We also want to recognize these students who are first in their families to graduate from high school. You are setting a new standard in your family by making education a focus in your life. Thank you for being a great role model so that other family members can follow your example. If you are the first in your family to graduate, please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is George Manzanares. My fellow graduates, I want to start by expressing the gratitude I feel in sharing this moment with you all, because none of us are alone in this triumph. Each of us made the commitment to reach our goal of graduation. Even though our paths may have differed, the common thread that unites us is the hard work and perseverance that brought us all together tonight. As I stand here before you all, I feel confident in saying that each one of you had someone or something keeping you motivated to get you here tonight, just as I did. That someone for me is my mom, and I want to take this time to thank her. She was one of my motivating factors in successes in school and at MC Harris. I worked each day so that she could see me on the stage tonight as the first in my family to graduate. When we leave the ceremony tonight as graduates, we will be leaving behind part of our lives that we can never return to. It is only natural that we have a sense of fear for what's to come, but each one of us has the power to determine how much we let fear dictate our lives. We could spend our whole lives imagining what could or might happen, but all that will ever be is what is happening here and now. The decision you make in this moment and every moment after tonight should not be made with fear, but with confidence in who you are and your abilities to achieve your goals. We did not get here by fearing what is on the next page, but confidently finishing the chapter no matter what life has written for us. Before I close, that is the challenge I am making to myself and everyone at MC that has graduated MC tonight. A challenge to reach for the corner of the page to start the new chapter of your life with the confidence and skills we have all gained so far. Thank you.
Will the graduates please stand? Dr. Whitbeck, I am pleased to present the Mary Catherine Harris class of 2019. The academic advisors and I have examined the records of these candidates, and we found that each candidate has completed the necessary requirements set forth by the Bryan Independent School District and are eligible to participate in these commencement exercises.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. As the superintendent of the Bryan Independent School District, it is my pleasure to accept and to recognize these students as officially accomplishing all of the requirements for graduation in the state of Texas and the Bryan Independent School District. Congratulations. Graduates, you can be seated for a moment. I just wanted, first of all, George, thank you so much for your words. As you know, this year we've started the Essential 8 characteristics that we're teaching from the children this young until graduation. And the graduates before us, they haven't had very much time with our Essential 8, as brothers and sisters and others will. But this month, our trait is courage. And what George described was perfect for tonight, because you have to go forward without fear and with courage as you join the military, as you join your classes at university level or the workforce. And so we're so proud of you. And I appreciate his leading the way to remind us of how important that is tonight. I'd like to remind you of one other thing. So graduates, I remember, if you can remember back a few months, we had a very special assembly in Bryan ISD for all of our students in middle school and higher. And that was that we brought forward the Rachel's Challenge program. And for those of you that don't know about Rachel, you can look it up, you can Google it. But Rachel Joyce Scott was 15 years old, and she was unfortunately the first student that was killed in the Columbine school shooting in around 1999. And the legacy that Rachel brings forward and that her family tells today is that the unique and beautiful thing about her was that she always spread kindness. She was never rude. She was never made fun of people. She was never a bully. She was always treating people with respect. And we brought that program to all of our secondary students because we wanted them to hear the legacy of Rachel. And why? Unfortunately, Rachel's not with us, but you are. And so what I want to share with you is always remember that story of Rachel in your heart. And as you go forward, share kindness with your family, with your coworkers, with your classmates, your teammates, wherever you go, because a lot of things will happen to you. Some things are going to be great and fun and exciting, and some things are going to be tough. But the one thing you can control is how you treat others. So Rachel lives on in Bryan ISD for those of us that remain and those of us that carry it on. So MC Harris, carry it on with pride. We are proud of you on behalf of our board and all of our senior leaders in this district. We wish you nothing but joy as you go forward and many, many happy years ahead. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Dr. Whitbeck. At this time, I present to you the Mary Catherine Harris class of 2019. Let's give them a round of applause. At this time, graduates will be crossing the stage to receive the diplomas.
Kiera Shanae Allen. Alexa Alvarez. Alexis Davis. Jessica Abigail Delgado Tintori. Riley Dunn. Julio Cesar Estrada Torres Jr. Gustavo Gonzalez Torres. Liliana Guerrero Martinez. Alfredo Hernandez Alaman. T.J. Langston. George Manzanares. Jesus Chuy Mendoza. Gideon Thomas Moran. Francisco Munoz Jr. Jordan O'Keefe. Eunice Alvera. Destiny Dawn Onstadt. Emily Marie Parker. Samaria Para Torres. Maya Bella Portillo. Heriberto Perez Rodriguez. Angel Soto. Damian Spikes. Lariah LaPreslin Lanaya Thomas. Henry Torres. Aaliyah Sydney Warren. Zentrasia Renee Wiley. Cynthia Zamora Lerma.
Today we celebrate a great accomplishment for these fine young men and women. We want to also acknowledge and appreciate for those individuals who have helped these students get to this point. As the students leave tonight, I ask that our graduates present their rose to the special people in their lives who have helped them reach this milestone. Will the 2019 Mary Catherine Harris School graduating class please rise and face your family and friends? Graduates, please move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Mary Catherine Harris class of 2019 graduates. Congratulations. Thank you. Have a safe trip home. Thank you.